Hi everyone, Jarek here with another solo PvP vid. Now this is, I'm out roaming in a Drake and I jump into low sec. Now I managed to jump straight into a small gate camp, and I'm fitted in a Drake that's actually, it's not nano, but it just goes to show how BCs with an MWD can really shift these days. And so when I go into a gate camp, I'm always looking to see, can I stretch them out? I want to get people away from that gate and try and engage individually. So when I jump in, quick assessment, see where the ships are, and then off I go. So here we can see that I've got a Hurricane, a Brutix, and a Tornado. Tornado's miles away, so he's out of the fight. So I'm looking at Hurricane and a Brutix. Now initially, I know that 95% of Brutix that you come across are going to be blaster fit. So as long as I can keep at least the range where I am now from that Brutix, he's just out of the fight, which really leaves me just with a Hurricane to deal with. So so I'm burning off, giving myself a nice bit of range. Now you can see that the Hurricane is able to slowly catch up with me. He is just bit by bit. I fire off a volley at the Brutix initially, first of all, not quite sure why I did that. Then swap over to the Hurricane when I realise that we're going to leave the Brutix behind in fairly short order. And so this is it now, all DPS on the Hurricane. So it's really just a case of stringing them out and trying to make sure that I get enough damage onto this Hurricane before he gets close enough to, I presume, get a scram on me, and possibly even a web. There's no doubt about it that if that Brutix gets in range, I'm going to be dead. So I have to make sure I keep range on this Hurricane, which is why I am MWDing away from him as fast as I can do. So I've put my drones on him now as well. Extra little bit of DPS helps, and you can see that once we get through, he's hit me with 425s. Once we get through his shield, then his armour drops really quite quickly. You can see that it's just going down in big chunks, and I can see that I'm fairly confident I'm going to take him down now before he's able to get close enough to get a web and a scram on me. So mission accomplished. 1 kill down, happy days. Now it's the Brutix. How am I going to deal with the Brutix? Well, again, I need to make sure that I'm further away from him. And what I do is, he's obviously given up the chase and turned back. Guys, this is where I make the fatal mistake. Because what I do then, naturally enough, is turn around and try and get back in range of him, so I can get him back in point range. But I am not watching my range to him. The other thing I didn't do is zoom in to look at him and see where he's pointing. And as soon as I saw that he turned around and pointed towards me, I should be going back the other way. Because I haven't done that. There it is. He's easily able to close range and get web and scram on. Now once I've got into this situation, it's kind of very little that I can do. With the web and the scram on, I can't get that range away from him again. And so with his much bigger DPS than mine at close range, I really don't stand much of a chance. So really, I overheat. I can just hope that he makes some sort of mistake at this moment, but I believe my speed drops down to sort of 30 or something like that. Now, I mean, he's going into armour, but he was obviously armour buffered. I don't see him repping, but he's clearly out DPSing me. I put my web on him in the hope that he was using a single point, a long range point, and I could be able to maybe MWD away from him, and at least get past that sort of 10-kilometre kill zone around the Brutix. But yeah, it doesn't really happen, and he's I think, oh, maybe I can get rid of his drones. I think of that too late, but I think in actual fact, even if I had cleared out the hammers more quickly, I still think that the turret damage from a Brutix at close range is still going to be easy enough to finish me off, which is what he then does. There was actually another Hurricane lands on the field as well at the end there, but yeah, so don't make that mistake, guys. Watch your ranges.